Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to episode 2 of our podcast.
Yeah, what's up? What's up? What's up?
Oh my god. Over the past week, we decided kind of what our format's going to be, which we figured it was going to be video games from the start as a general format.
Yeah.
We're going to talk a little bit about everything, a little this, a little that, and we also decided on a name for our podcast.
Yeah. Thomas decided on the name. He more of just showed up to class one day and was just like, "Hey, like I got this great idea," and I'm like, "Oh, that's a great idea. We should probably use it." And now I'm taking credit for it.
You scummy bastard. Okay, yeah, well, so we've decided, because our format is generally video games, we're going to go with the character select, or maybe just character select. We haven't decided that far ahead
Cue
yet.
sound effect. Ooh.
Little air horns up in here. The character select. We thought it was a fitting name. Also, like, select Anton, select Thomas. Who's your favorite?
Anton with the alternate bikini costume.
Thomas. Oh, never mind. Bikini costume, he wins.
Hot.
Hot.
Like
All right.
HAWT. Hot.
Ooh, baby. All right. So let's get into it a little bit. I've decided I've made all the executive decisions. I've decided
Yeah,
we're
he basically has.
pretty much every week we're gonna talk about a little bit about what we've been playing this past week.
Yeah, and it is what day is it today? It is
It's Monday.
So it is basically the week after Fallout came out. So fun fact, what have you been playing this week?
Fallout.
Yeah. What have
have you
I
been-
been
what-
playing? Oh, Hyper Dementia, whatever the fuck. No, I'm joking. I've been playing Fallout 4.
He meant Hyperdimension Neptunia.
Yeah. Do I look like
It's an anime. He's making fun of me because I like anime games. He thinks I'm some kind of weeaboo. It's
What-
true, I am.
Yeah, I was about to say, bro.
It's true, I am.
Yeah. Fallout. Yeah. What do you think of it so far?
So far I've been having a really good time with it.
Oh, yeah.
At first, I won't lie, at first I kind of didn't like it. It was like they changed so much, which is good.
Yeah, it's good.
It grew on me. At first I was like, I don't like any of these changes. These are all dumb. This is the worst game I've ever played. And then about 30, 45 minutes in, I was like, okay, there might be something to this.
Yeah, it's weird because all right, so our listeners may or may not know that I work in a video game store. We'll not say which one. EB Games. But oh boy. But yeah, a lot of people have come back into the store being like, you know what, I didn't really like it. It wasn't the same experience that I had with New Vegas, Fallout 3, because you know what, those were jewels. Those are great damn
They
games.
were both great games. I would
Yeah.
consider them games of the year in both
Exactly.
of whatever their years. I don't know what their years were, but they were.
That was a while back.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things where my regulars come back in and they're like, we don't like the game. Me personally, I've put in at least like 40 hours. I've even brought my game to school and played.
He has a Vanguard. For those of you who don't know what that is, it's a briefcase with a TV in it that you can put your PlayStation or your Xbox in.
Oh, it's so what's the main company called again? It's Games, right? Except
Yeah,
if you have dyslexia, you probably switch the letters around and that's how you spell the
I don't know
company
what
name.
the company is called, but I
Yeah.
know they basically they just make briefcases with everything you need to play portably in them.
So
I
good.
know they're pretty sick.
Dope.
Yeah, he's put in 40 hours already.
Yeah.
That's a lot. I didn't realize he put in that much already, but this game has not been out for a long time. So
Oh,
that's
man.
impressive.
But it's a game that creates that addiction, right? It's that
Oh,
whole entire world where you just walk in and okay, so spoiler alert.
Oh, don't worry. I've only been playing for 20 minutes. Checks his phone. Oh, what's that? It's 4 a.m. Fuck.
Well, it sets up the game so great. My favorite thing about it was that, you know what, you just wake up one day, you were frozen, right? And some like cryo chamber, spoiler alert. Yeah, you were frozen. Ooh. Like you find that out in the first 20 minutes. If you haven't done that so far, then you know what? You're a bad gamer. But
It's too hard.
it's too hard to go through the first part. But yeah, you wake up 200 years later in this new magical world filled with like deadly beasts and factions fighting against each other, and it sets it up for a lot of players like myself who haven't finished 3 and haven't finished New Vegas and never really used to be into the Fallout series. And then I kind of roll in and it's just like, holy crap, this world is massive. There's so much to do. I could go rob this dude for his gun, or you know what, I could go shoot this Deathclaw. In reality, he picks me up and rips his head off.
Don't shoot the Deathclaw.
Yeah, that's a
never
bad
shoot
idea.
the Deathclaw.
Yeah, don't disturb the witch. What?
Yeah, I personally am a huge Bethesda fanboy. I've
Yeah.
been in with them. I mean, I'm gonna say this like it's been a long time. It's been a decent amount of time, but you know, I've been in since Morrowind, and I was deep in Morrowind.
Morrowind was good.
I was deep in Morrowind, but I've been with words. You know, I've been with Bethesda ever since then. Bethesda's a kind of a word.
Bethesda's a
I mean,
word.
it is definitely a word.
That's a
but,
word.
yeah, I've been with them for a long time, and it kind of happens the same way every time, where I start and I'm like, I don't like this at all, and then as it goes, I'm like, this is better than the last one, hands down.
Were you like that with Oblivion?
Oblivion, well, yeah, I was like that with everything since Morrowind. I still think
Even Skyrim?
I still think if Morrowind were modernized, it would be the best one.
Even Arena?
Not with Arena.
That was
Stop.
prior to Morrowind.
Redguard, bruh.
Redguard. Boo. Khajiit
Yeah,
all the
no,
way.
I was like that with Skyrim a lot.
Yeah?
When I first started it, I really didn't like Skyrim.
Wow, that's surprising
It-
because a lot of people were just like, yeah, this game is crazy. This
I
game
would,
is fucking
yeah,
dope.
I would say Skyrim probably. It's easily in my top 5 most played games of all time at this point.
How many times have you actually played it through?
Played it through,
Yeah.
not many, because
How
I
many
never do the main quest.
How many character selects have you
How
done?
many- how many ca- how
name
many-
drop.
How many? Nice. How many characters have I gotten past level 80?
Yeah.
Probably over 15 at this point. Like I
Oh,
play a
God
lot.
Damn.
And that's not even with like making leather daggers all day. Leather daggers, steel daggers. Sorry,
leather day.
leather. It's very effective, guys.
Ow! I think you like kind of like left a rash on me with that leather dagger.
Just like
of
hitting
yours.
someone with a belt.
Oh no, Daddy, no!
Topical. It's not. Why is that topical? That's not topical at all. I can't think of any stories. Oh man, foot in mouth. Yeah. Back to Fallout 4. Okay, things I like and things I don't like about Fallout 4.
All right, shoot.
I love building settlements.
You're one of those guys who probably spent like 20 hours on a settlement, haven't you?
Man, probably like the most gratifying thing of my whole weekend. Maybe not, because there's another thing I want to talk about in a bit. I just ran around the settlement and I was just jamming on the X button, cleaning everything up. Just getting
Just
rid
scrap,
of rid of all the branches on the ground, all the piles of tires, getting rid of all that stuff was like crack.
All right, for those who don't know yet or haven't picked up Fallout and, you know, are kind of staying away from everything, you should kind of close your ears. Maybe not. It's not really a spoiler.
It's not really a spoiler.
But you eventually get settlements where you can, you know, build buildings, you could create houses, put up beds, make chairs, and make a livable area for NPCs, you
Yeah,
know,
if-
friends, crcompanions, usual crap like
you know,
that,
if you
right?
played Fallout Shelter, was it Shelter? Was that the
Shel-
app?
Shelter was
Is that
the
what it's called?
yeah, Shelter was the app that came out like
If-
a few months back,
Yeah,
right?
if you played that, it's kind of like that was there to kind of set you up to understand how settlements work.
yeah.
Because even though that was just an app and like it's a different game, it's completely management, and like in Fallout 4 it's like 3D and all these, like there's all these different crazy things, but like the main principles, like the general idea of how settlements work, if you played Fallout Shelter, you got all that and
yeah.
you're ready to go.
Yeah, it's true. And I wasn't that great at Fallout Shelter. That's why my settlement wasn't really built up.
I just wasn't that great.
no, you're pretty great. I like you.
We're gonna have to edit down some
Nah,
some of these
fuck that.
screams.
Just leave it.
Yeah, we're gonna have to edit some
Just
of these
leave
screens
it.
down. Something else I didn't like. I'm
Let's,
kind of
let's stick what you did like
what I
first.
did like.
Yeah. And then we'll work
See,
into
but
what you didn't
Here's
like.
the
'cause
thing.
I know
I'm
you're
going to
waiting.
continue on the point I was about to make because it's something I like, but
Yeah.
there are parts about it I really don't like.
All right.
But for the most part, I like it.
I'm interested.
The new way you handle leveling up, perks,
Okay,
that thing.
okay. I
Now,
understand that.
okay, I love that. That's great. How
Yeah.
like all of the special SPE,
Yeah.
CIAL, like all those attributes actually
I
have
can
more
spell.
use now than just being your base stats. I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So certain abilities you can't unlock unless you're like unless you have level 5 charisma, you can't unlock the local leader perk, which if you've played, you know what that does. It's actually really important.
Fuck,
And
I wish I had it. I wish I built for that.
I know I boned myself at the start by not going for that, but I love that. Now I love how they gate, like it's a proper gating.
Yeah.
Like for the most part. Now the part I don't like about it is the improper gating. My intelligence, I started with 10 intelligence. I do that in every Bethesda game because it's broken. Bethesda game, I just mean Fallout games. But
nice.
Because it's broken. And you can min-max that way so hard. And
Yeah.
I'm a terrible min-maxer. I'm a bad person. So even though I have 10 intelligence, I leveled up my hacker so I can hack advanced computers. And then
That's
you level it up.
the second one, right? The second hacking?
Yeah, I don't know. But the thing is that perk is gated based on level.
Yeah.
I can't get the next level till I'm level 23.
Yeah, that's really annoying because especially early in the game, you run into a lot of terminals that require you to have expert and then master hacking.
Same thing with lockpicking.
Don't even get me started. I have my air quotation thief build, and I'm kind of stuck with like all these like random saves along the way.
You gotta wait. There's a lot of I need to just kind of have these filler levels until I can get what I actually want.
Yeah.
Which I don't like. I do like how they've made it tied into your special attributes. I don't like how they've made it tied to your level.
Yeah, that's really annoying. Like super duper annoying, but what are you going to do, right?
Yeah. What else have I liked? They've upped it's a lot more interesting now to be in combat. It's faster, way faster. And
sorry. I got
checking his phone.
I got a text from my mommy.
Aw.
Viewers at home, say hi to my mommy.
You hi Mama Macaday. I'll talk while you're doing that. They've made combat a lot faster. So in Fallout 3 or New Vegas, maybe the least intimidating thing I could ever fight was just ghouls. And now in Fallout 4, when I fight like more than one ghoul at a time, that's tense.
Yeah.
They swarm you, and you're like, I can't aim anymore.
Yeah, I get fucking real quick.
Knees weak, palm spaghetti.
Oh,
Mom spaghetti.
Nice.
Yeah,
you should become like a rapper, bro.
No.
Nah.
Yeah, no, they've definitely upped the combat challenge, and it's definitely something to be feared now when you face a lot of guys.
Oh yeah.
And another thing I like, man, what do I like? We're just going to keep doing this over and over, beat it over the head. I like how they have the new like legendary enemies who drop legendary loot.
Oh, it's nice because you get that sense of fear when you run into them, even though they may only be 5 levels above you. They're just like, oh.
Yeah, I mean, I fought some legendary super mutants, and honestly, I could kill the regular ones and the legendary one in one shot with the laser crank rifle.
Oh, you're using that?
Well, only on things that are scary. Only on scary enemies.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Yeah, but even though I killed him in the same amount of time, I was like, I gotta watch out for that guy.
Yeah.
Suicide super mutants. Oh my god.
If you can't beat them, shoot the nuke.
I can aim that well.
It's not that hard. I hit it with a silenced pistol from at least like 200 feet away. Probably not 200, but it was a while.
Ladies and gentlemen, Anton is a cool guy.
Hey, put sunglasses on.
Yeah. What about you? Tell me a little bit about your experience.
All right. So this game is an uber addiction for me right now. I guess it's also because I'm in school right now, so it's kind of like, I'm kind of...
I don't want to do my homework.
Yeah, I don't want to do my homework.
Check out what's just over on this computer over here.
Oh, wait. Well, let me
PlayStation or whatever.
Let me hop onto my PS4. Oh, what's that? Let me just go check that. 3 hours later, baby. 5 quests.
Ooh, baby.
Yeah,
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
Well, it's like any other Bethesda game for me. What I love is that I can get lost in the world, and I could walk in one direction and find 50 things along the way that pique my interest and where I could grab loot. I do love... it's hard to put this because, all right, so I love that this game is kind of geared toward more of a shooter, but at the same time, I hate that it's kind of geared toward being a shooter.
Yeah, something I noticed when I played New Vegas a lot more than Fallout 3, but I played a lot of Fallout 3 as well, but in New Vegas, I didn't use VATS a lot.
Yeah.
At the most, I would be walking and I would be mashing on the VATS button so that it would notify me when there was an enemy nearby.
Yeah.
But after that, I would just aim and shoot.
Mm.
Now, in Fallout 4, I'm using VATS like it's going out of style.
I feel I'm opposite actually, surprisingly, especially for like because I've
barring when I snipe. I really like what they've done with sniping. It's a lot easier, and you don't feel like you're just getting a dice roll. You feel like it matters when you aim, and I love that.
Yeah.
Because I can take out a whole raider settlement from up on a hill somewhere.
Yeah, I'm the total opposite. Like, I find that I've actually used VAT significantly less compared to the older games. Like, I'm walking around with my legendary silenced pistol because, you know, I'm that kind of guy.
Ladies and gentlemen, Anton is still a cool guy.
Tips fedora, my lady. But
my pistol.
my pistol. But yeah, I find that I actually end up using my pistol a lot more often without VATS, even though I probably should because most of my build is based around it. And the only time I tend to use VATS, like extremely often, is if I'm walking through an area with a shit ton of dead bodies that are
Mole
ghouls.
Rats. Mole rats. They're so small. They're impossible to hit.
No, the ghouls. The ghouls, I'm telling you, man. Like, there's a dead body in the ground. You don't know. You just hit VATS. Oh, my God. It is a ghoul. Shoot it in the head.
The other thing with the mole rats, which I despise, is how they burrow like under you and they just appear wherever. It's impossible.
God.
You get surrounded instantly.
Yeah, but at least they're not that strong usually. Right
Looking
now.
at you, Vault 81.
Spoiler alert.
I'm not gonna say any more than that.
What else do I dislike about the game? I'm gonna have the unpopular opinion too. I don't really like building a settlement. It's not my flex.
Okay, it's not your jam. That's not everyone's thing.
It makes me feel like I'm playing fucking
if you know
Minecraft.
Me, as a matter of fact, you know what? We're gonna use this to segue into more of what we've been playing this week because if you know me, I am a fan of turn-based strategy. One of my favorite games ever. Being Sid Meier's Civilization 5. And we're going to talk about how I've been playing this week.
See, it's funny because
I like building settlements, or if I'm playing Civ, I like building entire damn civs.
It's funny because anytime you'll say turn-based, somebody's going to be like, oh, like Final Fantasy 7, that was
Piss
the
off.
shit. Or like, what else? Dragon Quest.
I said turn-based strategy.
You said turn-based.
Those are no, I said turn-based strategy.
Did you actually?
I hope.
Well, just to confirm, just in case you didn't say, he said turn-based strategy.
That's what I meant.
That's what he meant.
Because
Loser.
I love Civ 5.
Oh my God, I don't know how you could get into it.
I was saying, it takes a long time. I was saying, I try and play at least one game every week.
Mm-hmm.
And I like to think I'm starting to get pretty good at it. I'm not going to say I'm like a pro or anything. I'm definitely going to say I'm slightly above average.
He's a savant.
I finally, the other day, I beat there are 9 difficulties in the game.
There are 9?
Yes.
You can clearly tell I've never played Civ in
my
my life.
There are 9 when you're facing AI. The 10th difficulty is playing with real people. They're unpredictable.
Oh boy.
Yeah. But there are 9 difficulties in the game. I think 4 is normal, and then everything above that is like harder and harder.
Yeah.
For the first time ever, I beat it on 6, which doesn't sound impressive, but after you get past 6, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I played a game last night of Civ 5 where I played Poland. Nobody knows what I'm talking about. It's fine.
You played Poland?
Yeah.
You played as Poland?
Yeah, you get to, at the beginning, you get to pick a leader.
Were you fighting against Germany?
I was fighting against, who was I fighting against? I was
just
fighting against,
myself.
Don't clap near the mic. Look at that peak.
It's all right.
I was playing against Brazil, Byzantium, and Greece. And
see, like anybody listening right now that doesn't know anything about Civ thinks you're talking about like FIFA. Get it? But do your thing.
Ole, 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 ole.
Okay, back at it.
Yeah, I mean, really, that's the whole story. I try and play one game a week, which they take a long time. I think yesterday I did really well. Like, it was maybe my best game of Civ ever.
Ever?
And it still took me 6 hours.
Seriously?
On the quickest. There are time settings.
God.
There are time length settings, and that was on the quickest one.
So can you like realistically set a time limit if you know?
You can, yeah. There is a max turn limit you can turn on.
Okay, but
I've never used it. I've never even hit it, even if I were using.
What's the longest game of Civ you've ever played?
I have ever played
against a human.
Against a human?
Yeah, let's say human.
If you were considering like how long it went straight,
yeah,
I have played over a 12-hour game before.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ! Did you have to pee? Did you eat?
Well, yeah. I mean, like we would take breaks.
Oh.
It's not like I literally sat there for 12 hours. That would be
that's not as cool as I thought it was gonna be.
I could do it. I would really
you
rather
think you could?
not. I know I
Okay,
could.
so
I've
one day-
done worse before.
So one day I'm gonna get this other person who's super into Civ, and then I'm gonna set up computers directly in front of each other and leave a shit ton of Cheetos, and you're gonna be sitting on a toilet. And I say play as long as possible.
I don't know where this like mystical room you think has like 2 toilets, a table.
Don't
and
worry,
some
I'll
Cheetos
figure it
is,
out. I'll
but-
figure it out.
Okay, but yeah, I mean that's a good question. I'm actually gonna use this to bounce into another question. What's the longest you've ever played games without stopping?
Without stopping
Like
at all.
like bathroom breaks not included
Okay, so
because everyone's got to.
what about eating?
eating? If you ate in front of the TV, it's cool.
It's cool. Okay, but the moment I leave the TV,
If you went and sat at a table,
yeah,
first off, you're a scrub, and you'll never be MLG Pro.
get wrecked. Longest I've ever sat in front of a TV and played video games besides fucking piss breaks. I think honestly, as a kid, it was probably when I first got my N64. And this was after like the big hit titles were out. So like Mario Kart was already out, Mario 64, GoldenEye, I believe that other game that was basically GoldenEye but in the future.
Perfect Dark.
That's it. Thank you, good sir. So I played, I think, with my buddy in total piss breaks with ironic Cheetos. We played around close to 7-8 hours before my mom came home and kicked me off and started yelling at me in Asian. By the way, I'm Filipino, but yeah, so she started
Yelling at me in Asian.
I don't
Good
know.
stuff.
I don't know Filipino, but I sure as hell know when my mom's super pissed at me. But yeah,
Because
I
she's
think
yelling in Filipino.
yeah, but I think it was 7-8 hours the most I've ever really sat down and played a video game. Like I'm not going to include handhelds because handhelds
Yeah,
you
that
could
doesn't count,
close
yeah,
and
that's-
continue on later.
I have beaten you. That's like a regular day for me.
Seriously?
I have problems.
Okay, what's the longest?
The longest,
Same
I
question.
could probably tell you, it's one of 3 games.
Civ is one.
Civ, it's one of 4 games if you count Civ.
I'm counting Civ. Come on, it's fucking Civ.
It's either Civ,
Mhm.
Tales of Symphonia.
Ooh.
I played the GameCube version. The PlayStation version's better, but I played the GameCube version. Tales of Symphonia, or Grandia 3. It's called.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I haven't heard that title in years.
I
Jesus
dig deep.
Christ.
I play JRPG games, man.
Fuck, bro.
Or Persona 4. Or
Okay.
3. Persona 3 or 4. I'm really not sure which one I played longer. But I think I have played in excess of 20 hours with nothing but piss breaks and eating snacks.
Jesus fucking
know.
Christ. I
I-
don't know how you do it. Like, I feel like I get stir crazy after a while and just need to get out and go for a walk, have a
Oh no,
cigarette.
I have problems, so it doesn't bother me. I
I have problems.
don't know, I'm sick or something.
What's wrong with you? Do you want the long version or the short version?
Because if you want the long version, you just sit down with me while I play for 20 hours, and I'll probably get through most of it. You know?
Oh my
But-
god.
Yeah, and it's easily it was definitely a JRPG or Civ because once a JRPG has its claws sunk into me, I'm in it.
I'll give you that. Like RPGs I originally started off on. I remember playing the what was it? The Mario RPG back in the day.
Yeah, Super Mario
Yeah.
RPG
Fucking
with
that
Gino
was,
and
oh
yeah.
boy.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I remember playing that, and then I ended up taking a break from gaming for a few years. Like, fun fact, like I
It
never.
was Gino's Maze. That's what did it.
Well,
I just took a break from gaming. I don't know. I couldn't figure out the maze. I was like, I'm done. My career's over.
oh no, like for our listeners, I never used to exactly be a gamer for most of my life. Like I had my my hardcore rapper phase where I thought I was a rapper, but I actually wasn't.
Yo.
Like dang, yo,
The
it's
only
your
game-
boy Anton coming
the
at you live from where are we at?
Where-
Oh, 102.
Where we at? Where we at? Yeah, the only game Anton played during that phase was Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Oh boy, don't even ask me how much time I put into that in total. Not in a
Yep.
sit down session, but like in total. It's been
Enough.
enough, especially with those boat cars. Oh boy.
Boat car. Yeah,
Well, they
no.
drove like boats. Like it was
definitely-
ridiculous.
Okay, so we're talking about how you were never really a gamer like the whole time, but
Yeah.
what's your first gaming memory?
My first gaming memory.
Yeah.
So my dad got an NES one day and gave it to me, and he's like, "Here you go. Here's some fucking games." And I'm like, "Oh, sweet."
Sweet, I got a NES
Was
machine
was
now.
it an NES? I can't even fucking remember.
Do you remember what game? Do you remember what the first game you played was?
Well, the first game I've ever officially played was the first Legend of Zelda with the really creepy fucking music.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I got scared shitless that I could not play it by myself,
Sure,
and my dad
yeah.
actually had to like
Now that game's not.
sit down and play it with me. But we
Yeah.
got through everything surprisingly, and I was super young then. Like I'm a '90s baby. I turned 25 last Friday. You know, happy birthday to me.
Happy
High
birthday.
five, no clap. But yeah, that's my very first gaming memory. What about yours?
Now, I need to preface this with I have been a gamer since like day one.
Mm-hmm.
My first gaming memory is probably my first memory. I'm not kidding. I used to
Whoa.
play.
Whoa.
Yeah, whoa.
Whoa.
I'm in there. I used to play Baldur's Gate with my uncle
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, really?
when I was like 3.
Oh,
Me and
fuck.
my uncle would play Baldur's Gate, and he'd be like, "Where do you want me to go?" I'd be like, "I go over there, cast a spell on that guy." Except I would sound way dumber than that because I was little. But
Maybe you sounded intelligent. Fuck am I supposed to know? Did I know you as a kid?
cast a spell of immolate on that guy. It's a little 3-year-old me.
Yeah, you sound a little fuck. But hey.
Like, yeah, no, that might be my first memory ever, and it's definitely my first gaming memory was playing Baldur's Gate with my uncle. And
That's a
then
pretty
shortly
sweet
after
memory.
that, my second game, and also the first game I ever finished on my own, Ocarina of Time.
Nice. That's a good game to finish by yourself because like it's like
You're a big kid now. Good job, Thomas.
I've always had a weird thing with Nick, not Nick. Did I say Nick?
Nick?
Oh my God, what am I?
Link? Sorry, what were you going for there?
I always had this weird thing for a thing about Link where it was just
Okay,
like
it was Link.
so one day this kid just gets contacted by somebody, some omnipotent power to be like,
The
hey
Great
bro,
Deku Tree.
hey bro,
Hey, listen.
I know I know you're like 5 or something, but you got to go save the world, okay? And he doesn't say shit. He just kind of nods his head and is like, okay, I'm going to go do it.
I think he was 10, because I know when you pull out the Master Sword, it's 7 years.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I think official Legend of Zelda canon actually says that adult Link in Ocarina of Time is 17 years old.
You are too far to smack right now. Yeah, no, that's just a weird story. I don't get it. I enjoy it. I fucking enjoy it, but I still don't get it. Like,
That's fine. You
Yeah,
don't
that's
have to
fine.
get every
I
game
don't-
you play.
I do. I have to understand.
Look, I definitely don't get Civ, and yet here I am.
What do you mean you don't get Civ? This motherfucker put in.
I
Like,
built the Taj Mahal in Cleveland.
So wait, is it true that Gandhi is actually
Yes.
a lot more powerful or angrier
Yeah,
than?
he's a warmonger. That started in, I want to say Civ 2. It might have actually been Civ
Was
1.
okay. So wait. Let me try to get this. So was it they tried to make his aggressiveness level or whatever the fuck it was to -1, but it messed
Yeah,
with the
what-
code
what
and actually
happened-
made him like
Pretty
top?
much. What
Yeah.
happened is every character has a diplomacy level. I don't
That's
know. I didn't play the old ones a lot,
Mhm.
so I don't know if they displayed them. But in the new ones, they don't really display them super prominently.
Yeah.
But in the old ones, Gandhi was like the lowest. Like he was the friendliest one. You know,
Mhm.
he was always at like 0 or neutral
Yeah.
or like friendly with you. But the thing was, if you try and make him more friendly when he's already at minimum friendly,
Yeah.
it goes to -1, and that resets the counter up to like the very highest it can be. So Gandhi got mad, and Gandhi gonna nuke you.
Gandhi pissed.
But
All right. Well,
and then
What-
they thought that was funny, so they've kept it in the series.
I think that's a good thing. I like
Yeah.
it. I like it when developers do like make mistakes and then keep
Own
them in the game
and then
like,
own them.
own them, right?
We talked about this the other day. We're looking at the pistol from Halo 1.
Oh man, I love
They
that.
had that
pistol.
bug. It was
Yeah.
2 days before
I actually
release or
didn't know
something like
this.
that. Yeah, it was like I say 2 days. I don't actually know how long it was. But
Yeah.
it was just before release. I know that much. They had a bug that they got rid of, but in getting rid of that bug, they added another bug, which made the pistol get 10 times as much power as it was supposed to.
And mind you, this is all before like patches were a thing in video gaming. Like,
So that's
know.
why when you play Halo 1, everyone's like, go for the pistol.
hell
Because that's the way
yeah.
to go.
Pistols are fucking shit.
Give me a choice between rockets and a pistol. Let me tell you what. Pistol.
All right. Well, what else do you want to talk about today?
Well, last week we were talking a little bit about podcasts. I know that I wanted to talk about some of the podcasts I like because I like name dropping things I like. because it makes me cool that I listen to cool things. That's why, really.
All right. Well, first I want to, because I listen to some podcasts here and there. If like a buddy will be like, hey, check this out. This is pretty cool. You know what? I'm always open to listening to new things, but the only consistent one I've listened to really was, first off, Funhouse, but prior to that was Inside Gaming when they were part of Inside Gaming.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah, like it's just
They're funny.
They're fucking hilarious. I will still say my eternal favorite podcast. I don't know if they were still with Inside Gaming or if they ended up moving over to the Rooster Teeth family, was the one where they had Kevin Pereira from Attack of the Show.
I didn't see it, but that sounds fantastic.
It was so good. Spool got his shit pushed in, but in like the best way possible.
He got spooled.
He got spooled, basically. And they talked a lot about industry issues, like usual stuff, but it was that dynamic that they always have where it's Bruce, fucking James, Adam, Spool's off in the background making some weird noises
Getting
and shit.
spooled.
Getting spooled. And then they have Kevin Pereira from Attack of the Show, which, by the way, I fucking missed that show. I wish G4 Tech TV came back, but hey, what can you do, right?
Yeah.
But what are your favorite podcasts, buddy?
Well, I mentioned on the last episode, flashback, that some of the
flashback to last week.
Some of the YouTube channels I really like are I just went with the one mostly. I was talking about Continue. I gush about Continue.
All right,
Continue.
Give me a rundown of what Continue is.
I explained it last week, but I'll explain it again for you.
Give me a rundown.
Continue. They will play 30 minutes or so of a classic. Typically, it's classic. Not always, but typically it's classic. I think the earliest they've ever done is like PlayStation 2, if they even did that. Whatever. They will play...
Did they play Final Fantasy Dirge of Cerberus?
Yes.
Really?
No.
Oh my god. I was going to say that game was fucking shit.
Thank God. Yeah, they'll play retro games for like 30 minutes to an hour. They'll edit them down to like the interesting parts. And they'll make jokes about them, whatever. And then at the end, even though they're making jokes the whole time, at the end they'll be serious about it. Yeah. They'll say whether they would game over, never play the game again, or continue. They would play the game again. And
I like this.
It's a binary review. It's yes or no.
Yeah.
It's not maybe. It's not I like this, but I don't like this. Would you continue or would you not? I like that.
Yeah, I like that.
But the thing I really love is all of their personalities. There are 4, but 3 main ones.
Yeah.
All of their personalities are super funny. They have amazing chemistry. They have me in stitches every week.
That's solid. It's hard to find because I find with a bunch of gaming channels, I end up with. I'm just switching seats. Give me a second. That's so much more comfortable.
Classic.
Yeah, I find with a lot of gaming channels, like especially like no knock to Achievement Hunter. Like I fucking love Achievement Hunter, but I feel like I've kind of lost my own personal spark for them.
Yeah, they're hit and miss.
Yeah,
sometimes now.
Sometimes.
They still do lots of funny stuff, but there's a lot of stuff that they release now that I just don't care about.
Yeah.
I feel the same way about Game Grumps.
Game Grumps.
I used to be huge into the Grumps, and now when they hit it, they really hit it.
Yeah.
They really hit it. But let's be frank, most of their series now, I just don't care.
Yeah. That's kind of how I felt about Markiplier, too. I used to be really big into Markiplier. I love the dude. I think he's a really great personality. He has an amazing voice. I wish I had his voice. I sound like a fucking...
Yeah.
But him, like, he sounds
being
great.
Being in a radio program, we both want to have Markiplier's voice. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, man. But yeah, Markiplier was, like, I used to find him so funny, and then... I don't know what happened, but I guess...
He still hits it sometimes.
He still hits it, and like there's a reason that he still has a few million followers.
What's that horror game where you make decisions? Until Dawn, is that what it's called?
I haven't seen it. Yeah,
Markiplier's Until Dawn.
Yeah.
Mwah.
Oh, thanks, man.
Mwah. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore.
Nice, good reference.
Yeah, no. I was talking about. Right, the Continue guys. They have a couple offshoot podcasts that I think one of them just ended. I'm like devastated because it was my favorite podcast of all time.
But why is it they didn't have like the viewers, the listeners?
No, it was
listeners?
just they're doing other things now. Anyways, so the two podcasts, I'll talk about the one that just ended second. I'll talk about that second. One of them that I like, it's called Goosebuds, which is Goosebuds, yeah. So what they do is there are three of them. There's Josh, who's on Continue. There's Paul, who's on Continue, and their third friend Chad, he's his own thing. I haven't really looked into his stuff. Yeah, Chad, I know, right? So what they do is not every week, whenever they release it.
Yeah.
Their release schedules have been weird because of some issues. I want to say legal. I don't know too much about it. I think they were having some legal issues.
Well, we'll just keep it at
but
issues for now.
They're having issues. Basically, they will read a Goosebumps book.
Oh, I love Goosebumps. Goosebumps.
Good old R.L. Stein.
Wait, like which Goosebumps books? Like the original ones, or the ones where you it's just like turn to page 32, and then you turn to page 32,
not the choose your own adventure.
And
ones.
then you turn back to 25
not the choose
because
your
you
own
chose the wrong
ones.
story.
The original ones. They started from number 1, and they're going up in chronological order from when they were released.
Yeah.
And they will read the book, and then they will say their thoughts on the book, things they thought that were funny, that were unbelievable, that were surprisingly believable for a Goosebumps book.
That were unbelievable. It's a Goosebumps book. Isn't most of it unbelievable?
But like
the fucking mask that attaches to you,
like
and you
unbelievable,
can't get it off.
even in the scope of a fiction novel for children. Like even then, it's unbelievable.
That's pretty hard to do, but
they like to knock on how R.L. Stein does a lot of shitty cliffhangers, like really shitty cliffhangers.
Yeah.
And my favorite part is pretty much every episode, I think, except for one, they talk about how all the kids were massive dicks and they're upset that they didn't die. It's a really great podcast. It's such a great podcast. I love it.
Okay, I need to seriously listen to that.
And the other one, the one that just ended a couple weeks ago now, is called Fantasy Fiction. My favorite podcast of all time. I'm massively into fantasy fiction. Haha. Novels, video games, whatever, like dragons and swords and wizards and shit. As a matter of fact, right before we were recording this podcast, I was off playing D&D.
Oh yeah, you have D&D club prior to this.
Such a cool guy.
Although I would still love to join you, but I'm gonna go in with a different name so that my rep doesn't.
Your rep doesn't go down.
My rep doesn't go down.
Lots of cool people play D&D. Vin Diesel.
Oh, I know. I heard that, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Anyway,
I still haven't seen the video, but anyways, back to
it.
Yeah.
So what they do is every week they get a prompt from their YouTube commenters.
Mm-hmm.
They'll get 2 prompts. So, for example, I think one was like wrestling and Dungeon Masters, and every week they'll use those prompts to write these just the worst fantasy stories you've ever heard.
So they'll write it themselves?
Yeah, and then they'll read them to each other.
Boy, that sounds bad.
No, it was
bad in the best way possible.
Super funny. One of my favorite episodes was an episode where they were talking about how there was a rapper was in town, and his name was Ludadrizzt, which was it Ludadrizzt or Ludacris? I don't know. But basically it was a play on the rapper Ludacris.
Yeah.
And he went to like this cloak emporium, and he had to find a cloak that would make his show super sick. And in the end, he ended up leaving with a cloak of like +5 dankness and hotboxing. So whenever he put the cloak on, whatever club he was in would instantly be hotboxed with that sweet dub. It was such a good episode. Like, it's stupid stuff like that.
Yeah.
And like, so good, so good.
That's actually pretty fucking.
Yeah,
fun.
and that is Josh and Dominic from Continue.
All right.
And I think it just ended, but man, check out those podcasts because they are amazing.
Yeah, honestly, like, I trust most things that you tell me to check out. Yeah. So I'm gonna give it a shot.
What did you play this week other than Fallout? Anything?
For this week, I actually played Pokemon. Okay, another thing about me, massive Pokemon nerd. Like, that would totally make me lose street cred, but whatever.
Stop with your street cred.
Yeah, I'm cool, man. I'm cool.
Yeah. You know what?
I'm super cool. Like, cool with a K because I don't like spelling things properly.
I'm sick of it. Okay, sure. Yeah, I'm sick of it being uncool to like things. That's all I'm gonna say. Because I like a lot of things, and I'm sick of it being uncool to like.
Yeah,
things.
it's true. And honestly, like to be fair, I don't really give a shit. But at the same time, there's a certain like, how do I put it? There's a certain image I'd like to keep up. Just
sure. Yeah, that's
just
fine. No, that's fine.
just for the sake of certain,
That's okay.
certain instances. But currently, Pokemon, I fucking love it. I hate myself for it because it's Pokemon.
Yeah, you think Civ is a sickness. Pokemon?
Oh man, don't even start. Okay, so I will say, Oraz, or the full term Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, the newest Pokemon that came out. I've easily put in at least like 400-500 hours.
Oh.
Like if you actually
Anton.
if you look at my save file, it says 4 to
no.
500, like somewhere in between. So I'd say I'd put it more closer to like 450. But I'm one of those guys who likes the EV train. I don't know if you know what EV training is.
I know the basics
Okay,
of EV.
so-
I have a different friend who is very into Pokemon.
Oh, I should battle him because you know what? I got a shiny Gengar that will probably kick his ass.
Wow. So, ladies and gentlemen, Anton, still a cool guy.
God damn it.
Shiny Gengars, huh?
Shiny Gengar.
What color is a shiny Gengar?
It's like a pale purple.
So it's like a regular Gengar, but with less pigment.
It's like a sick Gengar. he's not feeling very well. He's a little ill for today.
That's unfortunate.
He called in sick for work and decided to be a battler for the rest of his life.
All right. Well,
yeah, he's one of those guys. But
if
yeah,
you want, I'll hook you up with a battle.
But yeah, I'm one of those guys. Like, is it really sad that I'm assuming everybody's heard about this, but the Pokemon gym in Japan. Is it sad that I was super excited to actually take a trip down there one day and battle all the little kids and steal their fucking badges?
Wow. That's like, you're just like, I want to go just kick the crap out of some little kids and steal their stuff.
I'm not.
That's what you just said. That's what you just said.
I'm not kicking the
Anton.
crap out of them.
No
I
back-
am battling them and then stealing their stuff. There's a difference.
No backpedaling out of that one.
I'm battling them and stealing their fucking badges.
Oh my god.
Am I a bad person?
You're a monster.
Am I?
Yes.
Yes.
But well, I only really know the original 151. I
could-
did play Gold and Silver, but I don't know a lot about those Pokemon. I just tried to ignore them.
To be fair, Gold and Silver is still my favorite, and the remakes Heart Gold and Soul Silver, if you've ever played those, are fucking dope.
Speaking of favorites, favorite Pokemon?
Ever?
Yes.
Gengar. Hands
Gengar?
down. Gengar is my ninja.
Okay,
I love
yeah.
that
No,
dude. All right,
Gengar's
yours.
I'm
assuming it's from the original 151.
It is, but there was it came close to changing with not the newest with X and Y. It almost changed.
Oh, all right.
My favorite animal is the fox. So Ninetales.
Oh, Ninetales is such a good choice. Although its shiny form looks really fucking weird, but
Well,
that's just me being a
yeah.
Pokemon.
The
fucking
fox is my
nerd.
favorite animal, so it went by that, which basically means it almost changed when Fennekin became a thing.
I
Delphox and
I
that.
remember you telling me this before, but I still don't understand because Delphox looks like a fucking
Yeah,
dumbass.
that's why it didn't change in
He's
the
like,
end.
"Oh,
But
I'm a fucking wizard.
I definitely I like fire Pokemon. I find that like
Fire? Is that your favorite typing?
I mean, just based off, I think they look cool. Because like after Ninetales and Delphox,
Yeah.
Based off Fox.
No,
I mean, after that would be Zoroark or whatever the Dark Fox is.
I can't even pronounce it.
Yeah, whatever that is. But
You know what's funny? I think we actually talked about this
we
last.
did.
Yeah,
We did. That's okay though.
Yeah, that's fine.
Just based off the fact that they're foxes. But after all the foxes are gone, Arcanine. Easy.
Ooh.
Arcanine, hands down.
The pseudo legendary.
He's a cool tiger guy. After that, Magmar. Butthead.
Really?
No.
Oh my god.
Heavens no.
I was gonna be like, you like Magmar? I fucking love Hypno
Heavens no.
or
Heavens no.
Drowsy.
Although I do think Charizard is the most overrated thing since Final Fantasy VII.
Charizard's still the fucking
Hot
shit.
topics. I just nailed Charizard and Final Fantasy VII in one go.
You know what was really sweet? Like, this is totally off topic, but so I was working, yesterday at EB Games, or the local game store. But this random couple comes in, 2 men. They were great. Like, they were super funny, and like I actually want them to come back because I want to have more conversations about RPGs with them. But the dude was just like, "Hey, do you think I could like trade this in and get something for it?" He had a fucking like the original Final Fantasy VII guidebook in mint condition.
Do not trade that. Hang on to that because there are a lot of fanboys
Well,
who are like 14 and really think Cloud is a cool guy.
I told Bud like,
oh
yo, like,
snap! We were gonna talk about that.
What?
Cloud getting announced for Smash Bros.
Oh my god!
I can't believe we forgot to talk about this.
Don't get me started on that. Like, I feel like we could still run for another 6 minutes, but like, don't get me started. Like, really, Cloud? What? Okay, let's go with your opinion first. What do you think about this?
Okay, as you might have noticed from the past 5-6 minutes of the podcast, I think Final Fantasy VII is pretty lame, and I think Cloud is just about equally as lame.
But what do you think of him appearing in a Super Smash?
In a Super Smash Bros. Well, are we talking objectively or subject? Objectively, great move by Nintendo.
Yeah,
because people are gonna buy that.
Yeah.
As much as I hate to admit it, people are going to buy that.
But
subjectively, what a waste.
Yeah.
They could have put in anyone. They could have tagged in anyone. And they chose Cloud. Guys, like, he's him and what's his name? I'm really feeling it.
I'm really feeling it.
I keep wanting to say Sheik, but I know it's not Sheik.
I'm really feeling it.
Shulk.
The Shulk. That's
Shulk.
it. Shulk.
Him and Shulk are basically the same character, except Shulk actually has a personality.
Ooh.
So like, why would you even bother putting Cloud in at that point? Right?
Yeah, I'm the same way. Like I feel the exact same way as you do, where I feel like Cloud is actually a decent fit for Smash Brothers. Part of me just hates that he's actually just in the game.
I don't think he's a really good fit at all.
You don't think so?
I think pretty much every character in there can be taken like lightly. You know, like name one super serious character in Smash Bros. Apart from Snake, which was also a weird fit, but I ended up liking it because I'm a hypocrite and I love Metal Solid. But we're not going to get into the fact that
super
I'm a
serious
hypocrite.
character.
I would say the closest would be Captain Falcon.
No, I wouldn't.
And he's not that serious.
I would say maybe Wolf.
Oh yeah, maybe Wolf.
Yeah, Wolf was. I'm kind of sad that I'm kind of sad that he didn't reappear in other iterations.
That is fair. But like,
but it's far and few between. I will say that.
Like the whole point of I almost said the whole point of Final Fantasy. That's not true at all. The whole point of Smash Bros is like, hey, it's a party game. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna have a good time. Everyone's gonna be happy and whatever. Cloud, I can't even imagine Cloud is happy. The thought kind of scares me.
You gotta take in the competitive side of it all, where Melee was so fucking competitive that it's still played to this day.
That's true.
Like. You know what? Like, I keep saying
okay. Let's
Let's
forget about. God, that's nasty. Let's forget about why we think Cloud. I almost said Squall.
Squall is my favorite character, actually.
Let's forget about why Cloud is a good fit or a bad fit. I think let's just put our points down. Objectively, I think Cloud is a great fit. Subjectively, I wish they'd picked someone else.
Same. Okay. I'm in the same boat.
So forget about that. Who would you have wanted to see?
Wanted to see in the game? Can I choose anybody?
Yeah.
Anybody?
Literally anybody.
I would want to see Beat from Jet Set Radio Future.
That's a great choice.
Yeah, props.
You know I like Jet Set Radio
Future.
Yeah,
buddy.
Man, oh man. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man.
Like
if I'm not worrying about how well they would fit in the roster, because again I'm a hypocrite. Raz from Psychonauts. I don't know if you ever played Psychonauts. That would be pretty cool. That would be sweet.
That's actually a pretty good choice.
Yeah.
Psychonauts. I did not expect that to come out of you. I kind of should have expected that to come out of you. But
I love Psychonauts.
Psychonauts was a solid game. I never actually played the game through because my girlfriend at the time was playing it and let her do her thing and watched her while I played my Game Boy in the background.
I love Psychonauts. So good.
Yeah, that's
Tim
actually
Schafer,
a good choice.
Please.
It's not gonna happen.
Jack Black from Brutal Legend in Smash Bros. Please.
Please shut the fuck up.
Okay. Okie doke.
All right. Well, what are we at right now?
We're at about
49.
About 49.
And it's 49.
Perfect.
Did you want to go a little bit more, or?
I mean, we can. I think we've done about what we need to do this time. So, I guess we'll sign this episode off for now.
Bad bitches.
good weed.
I can't say the other part.
Don't say the other part.
Can't say the other part. All right. Well, this is us signing off. My name is Anton,
And I am Thomas.
and this is
The Character Select.